Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro, where we serve it up hot and fresh every day because when you go to a Bible Bistro, you expect it to be hot and fresh. And so I want you to come right on in here, sit down, get yourself something hot or cold to drink. It's going to take about 5 minutes. If you're new to the program, we do 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week. We study the Psalms verse by verse. That's my little elevator speech. So glad to be joining Podcast Addict listeners as well as Deezer listeners to the Daily Dose Radio family. And this whole month of October, I've been on a kick to try to get more subscribers on the YouTube channel. If you listen over YouTube, I hope that you will hit the subscribe button. That really helps us out because YouTube doesn't really care for small broadcasters. They like to promote the bigger guys. And so the more subscribers that we get here on Daily Dose Radio, the better or the more frequently YouTube will promote the podcast. So help me out and hit that subscribe button if you are listening over YouTube. Today we're looking at verses 3 and 4 in Psalm 114. The sea saw it and fled. Jordan was driven back. The mountains skipped like rams, and the little hills like lambs. We come here to verses 3 and 4, and we know where this is coming from, right? And we'll talk about this more tomorrow. Exodus chapter 14, Joshua chapter 3. We have the sea, being turned into dry land. We have the Jordan, the waters mounting up, and it becomes dry land so the people can pass over. So we understand what's going on here, that there's nature itself. The courses of nature itself have been changed. So what is it that the sea saw? Why was Jordan driven back? What happened that the mountains skipped and the hills skipped? What one thing was it that caused this? Well, it wasn't that God did something to them. What we're saying here in this psalm is that these bodies of water, that this nature saw something happen and it affected them. What did they see? They saw God with his people. Judah was his sanctuary, Israel his dominion. Israel went out of Egypt, the house of Jacob, from the people of Luz. Well, it says here the sea saw that, and it fled away. When you combine the person of God with his people, you put those two things together, there is something wonderful and so dramatic that even nature itself responds to it. God walking with his people. And the sea and Jordan flee and roll back because they see that maybe something else is going to be rolled back. Perhaps now the curse is going to be rolled back because just as he had walked with Adam in the garden, now he's walking with a people in this world. And the reaction to God walking with a people in this world causes nature to react, to jolt, to expect that perhaps all the rest of the curse now is going to be driven back. And so the mountains are skipping and the hills are skipping, and they're skipping like little lambs and like big rams, and the sea flees before God, and the Jordan is driven back before the people. Why? Because they're together. I don't think we highly esteem enough the power of the people of God when they're walking with God. We don't understand the connection and the dynamism that is available there, that is potential there, when God and his people are walking together. Well, I hope that you'll walk with him today by meditating on his word. Think maybe about these 2 verses, and join me again tomorrow as we look at verses 5 and 6 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.